So, apparently the Proud Boys are apparently planning on showing up either tonight or tomorrow in Portland and hold their own little rally at night and basically attract a lot of trouble. I get the show of force. I get it. It makes sense. You know, you want to show that, hey, we're not going to take this line down. You are being set up. You are being set up. You are being set up. I don't know who's in charge of the Proud Boys right now. It's not Gavin McInnes. It's whoever's in charge over there right now. Call your guys off. It is a setup. Because you guys could show up with pillows and be giving out free hugs in a pile, and it doesn't matter. They're going to put you in a dangerous position, and then when you have to defend yourself or something happens by accident, you're going to get blamed for it, and the cameras are going to be rolling. It is a setup. Do not go into Portland. Do not go into these Antifa strongholds. Let the feds, let the cops deal with that. Let the state police deal with that. If Portland needs to burn to the ground, it will burn to the ground, and there's nothing you can do about that. But what you can do is avoid taking the blame for it. So, I understand the Proud Boys. I understand the whole, give Antifa something to fight so people get left alone. But that's not what's going on right now. All right, the Trump convoys of the locals, they're not going in again. All right, they lost somebody already the first night. They made their show of force, and now they're backing off, and they're waiting for law enforcement. Proud Boys, maybe if you had been there that night, maybe you could have saved that guy's life. Maybe. But they're not there now. And you have no reason to go in, because what they're going to do is they're going to call you terrorists, extremists. They're going to call you a militia. They're going to... Everything bad will come down on your head. And they got the cameras rolling. They're going to let you fight. Yeah, you'll fight Antifa. You might do some good over there, but that's not what the optics are going to say. You're going to be framed. So, short video, but I hope Proud Boys leadership, this message. And I'm not the only one saying this too. I hope this message gets to them, and they call their guys off and say, look, this is a trap. You don't have to fight the enemy when it's an ambush. Fight another day. Save the optics. Right now is not the time. You could reverse essentially weeks of the Dems basically shooting themselves in the foot, and the second you're there as a scapegoat and they can use you, they're going to use you to the full extent. I mean, look what they're doing to Kyle Rittenhouse. That's got clear video evidence that the kid's innocent. Look what you hear them talking about the Trump supporter who was murdered the other night, just straight up by Antifa. Nope, you don't hear about that. The media, you need to focus on the optics war, because if you do not win the optics war, then what is the point of you going out there? Portland itself as territory isn't worth really anything. It's worth stuff to the people who live there, yes. It's worth stuff in sense of, will these communists have to be pushed out? Yes, that's true. But you guys, if you go there, there's nothing you're going to gain that isn't going to come down tenfold against the objectives that you'd like to see achieved on a wider scale. I mean, all they got to do is mass arrest a group of you, and then they'll say, look how many right-wingers we arrested. See, there is violence on both sides. That's what they'll say. Do not play into that narrative. We are not in a state of civil war. If you're in a state of civil war, then okay, yeah, go do what you got to do. But that's not where we're at right now. This is an optics fight. And you can avoid it basically having it escalate if you're smart about it and just stay the hell out of the way for the moment. So that's my advice to the Proud Boys. Listen to the people who are analyzing what's going on. Do not take the bait. It is a setup. So I hope to God that this whole Proud Boys rally that they said is going to appear is just a ruse and nothing's going to happen. And it's just to keep Antifa on edge or whatever. I hope it's that, because if it's not, you guys are walking straight into an ambush. You're walking into an ambush. You'll get hurt. No one will cry. All right. The media will say you brought it on yourselves. It doesn't matter what the truth is. It matters what kind of message they can say. And if you're not on the ground there, they're going to have a lot harder time blaming you and blaming essentially the right and ignoring this Antifa problem. But if you are on the ground there, they're gonna stick everything to you, everything. There'll be charges coming down for arson and attempted murder and gang violence and you name it. They will throw the hammer on you because they want to make an example out of you, and they want to so desperately push this blame off the left. It's a setup. Do not go. Do not go. Do not go. Yeah, I feel like some sort of military advisor or something, but I am not the only one saying this. Calm down. Think about it. Think about the grander strategy at play. Don't go. Don't go. Go ahead, organize, do your little march outside of it, you know, have your videos, have a little rally somewhere that's like private. Fine. Don't go into Portland. Do not go into the enemy. That is not a fight that you can have right now. Because even if you win the fight, you lose the fight because you lose the optics. It's a trap. Don't fall for it.